Hello, my name is Jared Thompson, and today we're going to talk about Jay Kornegay, who is the Vice President of the Las Vegas Hotel and Casino Superbook, which is located at the Westgate Hotel. He also has more than 26 years of experience in the race and sportsbook industry. So first, his personal life. He grew up in Colorado and graduated from Colorado State University in 1987 with a bachelor's degree in restaurant business management. He shortly moved to Nevada after having an interest in gaming, and he was looking for opportunities. He started at Lake Tahoe and then moved to Vegas after that, and he found those opportunities as he worked at 4 major sports books. The first one he worked at, and the big one, was the Imperial Palace Sportsbook. The Imperial Palace Hotel opened up in 1979, but it took 10 years till 1989 for them to open up their first sportsbook, which Jay Kornegay opened up, and it quickly became very popular and one of the best sportsbooks in the state of Nevada. He currently lives in Las Vegas now with his wife Pam, his 2 kids Nicholas and Kara. So the Superbook at the Westgate Hotel is one of the most popular sportsbooks in not just Nevada, but America. It is over 30,000 square feet, and it has TVs, a huge screen of TVs on the top, as well as TVs in each individual seat in the sportsbook. Jay Kornegay took over in 2004, and it's won numerous awards and represents Las Vegas market with national media outlets. For example, if you're watching ESPN or Fox Sports or even CBS Sports, and they show betting lines for upcoming sports games, the betting lines they use are from the Westgate Hotel, not any other casino in America. They use the ones from Westgate in Las Vegas. And here's a video showing it. So the big changes since Jay Kornegay took over and the developments he's made to bring more action to the participants was introducing the My Omni Gaming app, expanding the Superbook to outside of just the state of Nevada, and the biggest one, the Super Contest. First, the My Omni Gaming app. It joined with Westgate in 2016, and the biggest thing for Jay Kornegay was, as sports betting was becoming more popular and more people were doing it, was letting it be in the palm of people's hands so that they don't have to be in a casino to make the bets. There's a lot of people that can't make casinos but like betting. Now they can do it from either at home, at work, or anywhere by getting the app that gives them live data and live betting. So it gives updated scores. They can make bets as the lines are changing, and they can always go on the app to check lines, to check their balances, and make their bets. But there is a geofence to it. So you have to be 21 and you must register in the sportsbook before you can download the app. So you have to be 21 and register there, and it can only work inside the state of Nevada. So if you're on the border of Nevada and California and you're 2 feet in California, it will not work. It can only be in the state of Nevada for this app to work. Some examples are here. This is what the app would look like. As you can see, for the NFL, have their weekly games. You just click on the game and it'll pop up either the money line bets, the point spread bets, or the over under, as well as adding to a bet slip, which is a parlay, meaning you get everything on this app that you would do in person. So the people that can't make it out to the casinos can still do it just from the seat of their chair. Next is expanding outside of Nevada. More states are opening up to letting betting be part of their hospitality industry. And as it gets popular, because the Superbook is so big, they're the ones that those people would trust in partnering, because the Superbook has been so popular and one of the best sportsbook for over 30 years. The people trust them, partnering them, bringing sports betting to these other states. Jay Kornegay said it's the next stop in evolution of the industry. Because the Superbook has gained so much success in the state of Nevada, he wants to expand that outside. And just like any other business, when you first open it up, you do whatever you can to make it successful. And then after that, you want to open it up to a more broader area. And that's exactly what Kornegay is doing with the Superbook and trying to bring it to all these other states so it can gain more popularity. The first state that's going to be bringing it in is New Jersey, also Atlantic City. Obviously, Atlantic City and Las Vegas are two of the most popular sports betting places as other places introduce it. Pennsylvania is another place that's going to be introducing it as well, but New Jersey is definitely the next stop as they keep on expanding it more and more. Lastly, the biggest one is the Super Contest. It's the most popular football handicapping contest in the world. It awards more than $1 million to the winner. However, it's not easy to get into as it's a $1,500 charge at the beginning. You have to, in order to enter, you have to pay $1,500. So it's not like for anyone. It is definitely a lot of money to get in. It's high roller, high stakes. However, you could win over $1 million. And it's starting to spread across the country as each year for the past 8 years, the winner has gotten more and more money. So that means more and more participants every time. And the last year was like $1.4, $1.5 million to the winner. And when the Superbook goes worldwide, so does the Super Contest. So when Atlantic City is going to be getting the Superbook, the Super Contest will go as well because it's so popular that they want to expand that to as many places as possible. And the thing about the Super Contest is you don't have to be in the state of Nevada. However, your bets need to be made in the state of Nevada in person. So if you are out of state, you could hire a proxy to go and make the bets for you, but the bets have to be made in person. However, you can live in California, in Florida, or in Texas, anywhere, and you can still participate in the one at Westgate. Here's a video of Jay Kornegay expanding on that idea.
Since the inception of the contest, it's always hovered around 200, 300 entries. And that was probably for the first almost, say, 20 years of the contest. But once social media became part of our lives, in say 2009, 2010, that's when we really started seeing the growth. In fact, this year, if we set a record, which we have to surpass 3,123 entries, it would be the ninth consecutive year for record amount of entries, a record amount of prize money. As you mentioned, last year's winner just surpassed 1.4 million. So we're probably looking at 1.5, 1.6 million to the winner. We hit the top 100 now. Right. To the winner, you're looking at about just over 1.5 million.
So explain for the people out there watching this that want to get involved. Explain the setup to them in layman's terms.
Well, the entry fee is $1,500, and we do have people that team up. So if you want to get two buddies and split it, $500 each, we see a lot of that. We only have one contestant, the sole, say the one that actually signs up would be the actual official contestant. But $1,500 entry fee. The format is you pick 5 games against the spread each and every week of the regular season.
NFL,
right? NFL only, no totals, just sides. And you get 1 win, or 1 point for a win. You get a half point for a tie. Whoever accumulates the most points over the 17-week regular season will be declared the winner. And we have such a mixture. Everybody goes, oh, you got to beat all these sharp guys. Well, the sharp guys consistently do well, but as far as winning it or just placing in the money, anybody. We had our first female winner a few years ago. A couple of years ago, we had our Starbucks barista, which is a great story. And then you have a farmer from Illinois won. So we have quite a mixture. So all you have to do is put a good season together, and probably nowadays you probably have to get over 65% to get the money out. But the winner is hovering around 70%. But the point is, if you have that magical season and you get that great run going, you can cash out to life-changing money.
Yeah.
And lastly, some accomplishments that have been made through the Superbook by Jay Kornegay that could get overlooked or not as much credit because people don't realize that this is where it started through him and through this Superbook. He was among the first for $1 million play card, the first to offer a drive-in sports betting window. He was the first to put up an early NFL line a week and a half before scheduled games, meaning if it was a Wednesday and week 2 of the NFL season was that Sunday, he would have the betting lines out for week 3, which was a week and a half later for those games. And obviously those lines would change throughout the time before those games. However, you can make the bets as early as possible from that week and a half. He's first to have individual televisions at every seat in the sportsbook. As I said earlier, they have seats. They introduced having television there, so if you can't see the screens or you don't want to see what's up on all the big screens, you can watch and figure out what you want to watch on your own individual TV. He's the first to exponentially expand Super Bowl props. So he offered more than 400 Super Bowl props in 2019, and it continues to grow. That's a lot of different style bets you can make, and it makes it fun for a lot of participants to see which ones they like and which ones they want to put money on. He's first to offer expanded action on worldwide soccer games. Therefore, participants who really like soccer don't just have the ability to bet on soccer games here in America and then MLS. They can do it on their favorite teams from Europe, South America, anywhere in the world, worldwide soccer games they can bet on. And lastly, first to offer certain bets on MLB, golf, and NASCAR. So like the prop bets in football and the Super Bowl, baseball introduced some of those too, as well as how many strikeouts a pitcher's going to get, how many runs scored in a certain inning, little bets like that. And then in golf and NASCAR, where a player is going to finish in between 1st or 5th place, and you can put money on all those different types of bets. And those are the references. So in the end, Jay Kornegay has been a big influence on not just the Westgate Sportsbook, and now that it's expanding, sportsbooks all around the world. And it's going to be very interesting to see the steps they continue to make it a better game, better action for all the participants. Thank you.